I felt the pressure pulling me down, waves rising over my head. I tried to fight it all on my own, but my strength slipped out like sand. I kept reaching for something firm, something that wouldn't fade on me. Life had me drifting far from peace, caught in thoughts that stole my rest. But then I remember what he said, I am with you in the storm. So I whispered his name in the dark, hoping hope would answer back. And when I opened my eyes again, I felt a steadiness inside, like he planted courage in my chest, enough to stand another day. Jesus, you're the one who holds me steady when the ground starts shaking. You're the calm that settles every fear when my heart feels vacant. You never let me fall apart, even when I'm barely breathing. You remind me I'm still seen by you, even when I feel hidden. You catch me when I'm too weak to walk on my own 2 feet. You protect me when the night feels long and shadows keep creeping. You lift me up with gentle arms when the weight gets too heavy. You got me back to solid truth when the lies start speaking. I used to wonder why I hurt, asking if I caused all this pain, but you kept showing me your grace, teaching me I'm not defined by shame. You opened places in my heart I had sealed off from healing. You told me storms don't mean defeat, sometimes they show your meaning. I lean on words from songs again. He's my refuge, my salvation. And in that moment something changed, I felt your reassurance. You didn't take the storm away, you stepped inside it with me. And I walk with confidence, knowing your love keep me steady. Jesus, you're the one who holds me steady when the ground starts shaking. You're the calm that settles every fear when my heart feels vacant. You never let me fall apart, even when I'm barely breathing. You remind me I'm still seen by you, even when I feel hit. You carry me when I'm too weak to walk on my own 2 feet. You protect me when the night feels long and shadows keep creeping. You lift me up with gentle arms when the weight gets too heavy. You got me back to solid truth when the lies start speaking. Some days I feel that old weight again, like that was creeping through the door. But I remember how far I've come and how you held me through it all. You taught me faith isn't about being strong every single moment. It's trusting you and I'm assured, knowing you never leave me broken. I cling to words from Isaiah, fear not, for I'm with you always. And every time I breathe those lines, I feel your presence cover me. So even when the thunder roars, I'm not shaking like before, because you've proven over time you're the foundation I rely on. You're the one who holds me steady when the ground starts shaking. You're the calm that settles every fear when my heart feels vacant. You never let me fall apart, even when I'm barely breathing. You remind me I'm still seen by you, even when I feel hit. You carry me when I'm too weak to walk on my own 2 feet. You protect me when the night feels long and shadows keep creeping. You lift me up with gentle arms when the weight gets too heavy. You got me back to solid truth when the lies start speaking. Now I stand stronger than before, not because of anything I did, but because you kept me grounded when everything felt uncertain. You gave me peace I can't explain, the kind that reaches deep inside. And every struggle that I faced became proof of how you provide. You helped me rise from every fall, teaching me endurance. You placed hope inside my voice so I can tell what you've done. And even if more storms come through, I know who I can run to. You've been faithful through every season, and you'll be faithful still. Jesus, you're the one who holds me steady when the ground starts shaking. You're the calm that settles every fear when my heart feels vacant. You never let me fall apart, even when I'm barely breathing. You remind me I'm still seen by you, even when I feel hit. You carry me when I'm too weak to walk on my own 2 feet. You protect me when the night feels long and shadows keep creeping. You lift me up with gentle arms when the weight gets too heavy. You got me back to solid truth when the lies start speaking. When I feel lost, you pull me close and show me where the light is. When I feel small, you speak strength and tell me you're beside me. When I feel worn, you breathe calm and settle all the chaos. When I feel numb, you stir hope and teach my heart to listen. When I feel stuck, you clear paths I couldn't see before. When I feel weak, you restore the courage I misplaced. When I feel torn, you piece together the parts I thought were gone. When I feel low, you lift me with promises that stay true. Jesus, you're the one who holds me steady when the ground starts shaking. You're the calm that settles every fear when my heart feels vacant. You never let me fall apart, even when I'm barely breathing. You remind me I'm still seen by you.
Yeah. I spent nights feeling warm from the storms in my chest. Thought I lost all the strength that I once tried to protect. I walked roads where the shadows kept holding my steps, but his voice pulled me forward when I felt disconnected. I found peace in the quiet where his comfort was sent. He kept lifting my spirit when my hope felt incorrect. Every breath I was given showed his grace wasn't spent. Now I stand in his refuge where my soul feels content. He restores me when I'm falling apart inside. He restores me when the weight gets hard to hide. He restores me when my faith feels compromised. He restores me with a love that never dies. He restores me when I'm searching for a sign. He restores me when I'm walking a thin line. He restores me every time my heart collides. He restores me with a strength that realigns. There were days I felt empty from the battles I faced. Every choice felt uncertain, like my steps were misplaced. But his truth kept me grounded when my courage was chased. He kept clearing the clutter that my fears had encased. In the moments I trembled, he renewed me with grace. Gave me calm through the chaos I could never replace. So I cling to his promise when I'm caught in a maze. Cause his hand keep me steady through the long heavy days. He restores me when I'm falling apart inside. He restores me when the weight gets hard to hide. He restores me when my faith feels compromised. He restores me with a love that never dies. He restores me when I'm searching for a sign. He restores me when I'm walking a thin line. He restores me every time my heart collides. He restores me with a strength that realigns. I see nights when my prayers felt like whispers in wind. Felt the strain in my heartbeat when I tried to pretend. But his word kept reminding me to lean in again. And his mercy surrounded all the places I've been. He revived every corner where my hope had grown thin. Gave me courage to rise when I broke from within. Now I trust in his healing like a promise again. And I move with assurance that his love always wins. He restores me when I'm falling apart inside. He restores me when the weight gets hard to hide. He restores me when my faith feels compromised. He restores me with a love that never dies. He restores me when I'm searching for a sign. He restores me when I'm walking a thin line. He restores me every time my heart collides. He restores me with a strength that realigns. There's a calm in his presence that I never outgrow. When I feel overwhelmed, he reminds me he knows every tear, every burden, every place I don't show. And he lifts every worry that I struggle to let go. With his truth as my anchor, I continue to grow, finding purpose and meaning in the seeds that he sows. So I stand in his promise with a heart moving slow. Cause his care is the shelter that has covered my lows. He restores me when I'm falling apart inside. He restores me when the weight gets hard to hide. He restores me when my faith feels compromised. He restores me with a love that never dies. He restores me when I'm searching for a sign. He restores me when I'm walking a thin line. He restores me every time my heart collides. He restores me with a strength that realigns. When I drift from his voice, he keeps pulling me near. When I wrestle with doubt, he keeps quiet in fear. When I sink in regret, he keeps making it clear that his grace is enough for the wounds I revere. When I reach for the light, he keeps drawing me here, where his peace settles deep, replacing every tear. And I rise with his strength as a pathway appears, knowing he leads my steps through the rest of my years. He restores me when I'm falling apart inside. He restores me when the weight gets hard to hide. He restores me when my faith feels compromised. He restores me with a love that never dies. He restores me when I'm searching for a sign. He restores me when I'm walking a thin line. He restores me every time my heart collides. He restores me with a strength that realigns. I'll keep trusting his promise as he mends every part, and I walk in his guidance with a steadying heart. Every lesson he gives sets a brand new start, cause restoring my soul has been his word from the start.
I used to walk with worry sitting heavy on my chest, wondering if the storms around me ever plan to rest. I felt the weight of choices pulling me the wrong way, trying to chase some comfort that would vanish in a day. But then I heard a whisper telling me I wasn't lost, a gentle pull of mercy showing me the rugged cross. It wasn't loud or forceful, just a promise in the dark, that even in my trembling he was guarding every part. His steady hands keep holding me together when my strength fades like uncertain weather. You guide my steps when I can't see the road. You lift me up when I'm carrying a load. You calm my mind when the pressure rises. You speak peace strong enough to silence crisis. You remind me grace is wider than my fear. Your steady hands keep pulling me near. There were times I questioned if I make another night, feeling like my faith was dim and losing all my fight. But you showed me patience when I struggled to believe. You never turned away, you stayed until I could breathe. You covered every moment that I didn't understand, teaching me to trust the work you already planned. You took the pieces scattered from the battles I had faced and shaped them into healing through your kindness and your grace. Your steady hands keep holding me together when my strength fades like uncertain weather. You guide my steps
steps when I can't see the road. You lift me up when I'm carrying a load. You calm my mind when the pressure rises. You speak peace strong enough to silence crisis. You remind me grace is wider than my fear. Your steady hands keep pulling me near, yeah. I learned that breakthrough doesn't always happen fast. Sometimes it's in the waiting that you meant what didn't last. Sometimes it's in the silence you prepare my heart to grow. Teaching me your presence is the safest place to go. You kept me grounded when the noise tried to confuse. You strengthened every corner that my worry tried to bruise. You filled the room with comfort when I felt myself undone, showing me I'm covered by the victory already won. Your steady hands keep holding me together when my strength fades like uncertain weather. You guide my steps when I can't see the road. You lift me up when I'm carrying a load. You calm my mind when the pressure rises. You speak peace strong enough to silence crisis. You remind me grace is wider than my fear. Your steady hands keep pulling me near. Now I walk with confidence I didn't have before, knowing every challenge has a purpose at its core. I trust the way you lead me through the days I can't predict. Your love has been an anchor when my thoughts felt conflicted. You meet me in the moments I would rather hide away, giving me assurance that you're present every day. And even when emotions try to shake my steady ground, your hands remain the safest place where hope is always found. Your steady hands keep holding me together when my strength fades like uncertain weather. You guide my steps when I can't see the road. You lift me up when I'm carrying a load. You calm my mind when the pressure rises. You speak peace strong enough to silence crisis. You remind me grace is wider than my fear. Your steady hands keep pulling me near and never let me fall beyond your reach. You've carried every lesson you needed to teach. You stood beside me when I couldn't stand. You led me gently with your open hand. You stayed faithful when my faith fell thin. You kept the door of mercy open to walk in. You've held my heart through unexpected pain. You've shown me healing grows after the rain. Your steady hands keep holding me together when my strength fades like uncertain weather. You guide my steps when I can't see the road. You lift me up when I'm carrying a load. You calm my mind when the pressure rises. You speak peace strong enough to silence crisis. You remind me grace is wider than my fear. Your steady hands keep pulling me near. And now I move forward, knowing you're right here. Steady hands guiding me, year after year. I walked through seasons where the night felt never ended. Held on to verses when my strength was barely standing. Prayed through storms that tried to shake what I believed in. Learned that grace remains even when my heart is breaking. Carried doubts and made me question every promise. Still his peace reached in and quieted my conscience. Felt his presence lift me when the weight was heavy. Found a hope to stay when everything felt empty. Victorious faith, that's what he placed inside me. Even in the struggle, I know he walks beside me. When I feel the pressure, his word reminds and guides me. Every time I'm slipping, his mercy still revives me. Victorious faith, it keeps my spirit steady. Through the unseen battles, he tells me I'm already covered by his goodness. No fear can override me. Living in his promise, his victory defines me. I've had days where silence felt louder than the thunder, where I questioned if my prayers were lost beneath the pressure. But he whispered strength right into all my weakness. Showed me how his love can rebuild every fracture. Found a confidence I never had before now, cause his word became the anchor when I slowed down. He held my heart together when I fractured, and taught me that endurance grows through every chapter. Victorious faith, that's what he placed inside me. Even in the struggle, I know he walks beside me. When I feel the pressure, his word reminds and guides me. Every time I'm slipping, his mercy still revives me. Victorious faith, it keeps my spirit steady. Through the unseen battles, he tells me I'm already covered by his goodness. No fear can override me. Living in his promise, his victory defines me. I've been lifted out
lot of moments where I almost faded. Found the courage in this truth that left my fear defeated. All the wounds I carry slowly started healing, cause he showed me I'm restored, not broken nor mistreated. Learned to stand on scriptures when my thoughts were shaking. Let his love rewrite the lies that kept me aching. Walked into a freedom I never knew was waiting, and realized hope grows strongest in the victorious faith. That's what he placed inside me. Even in the struggle, I know he walks beside me. When I feel the pressure, his word reminds and guides me. Every time I'm slipping, his mercy still revives me. Victorious faith, it keeps my spirit steady. Through the unseen battles, he tells me I'm already covered by his goodness. No fear can override me. Living in his promise, his victory defines me. Sometimes I remember where he found me in my lowest, how his truth became the anchor when my heart felt hopeless. Every time I stumbled, he reached and gave me courage, gave me peace that held me firmer than the moment. Now I look ahead with confidence and purpose, knowing he repairs whatever life is broken. Every single challenge only proves he's working, and everything he promised keeps my spirit certain. Victorious faith, that's what he placed inside me. Even in the struggle, I know he walks beside me. When I feel the pressure, his word reminds and guides me. Every time I'm slipping, his mercy still revives me. Victorious faith, it keeps my spirit steady. Through the unseen battles, he tells me I'm already covered by his goodness. No fear can override me. Living in his promise, his victory defines me. I've seen his strength show up when mine was fading. Watch his peace calm storms I was embracing. He turned my fear into a steady patience, and built my trust through every situation. He taught my heart that faith grows through the waiting, that hope stands firm when everything is changing. He proved his love remains unhesitating, and showed me victory isn't just surviving. Victorious faith, that's what he placed inside me. Even in the struggle, I know he walks beside me. When I feel the pressure, his word reminds and guides me. Every time I'm slipping, his mercy still revives me. Victorious faith, it keeps my spirit steady. Through the unseen battles, he tells me I'm already covered by his goodness. No fear can override me. Living in his promise, his victory defines me. I'm there strengthened by the truth he's spoken. Every step forward proves his word is faithful. What he rebuilt in me stays firm and unbroken, and through his victory my heart stays grateful. I was walking through seasons that felt too heavy to explain. Quiet nights had me questioning if I'd ever rise again, but you held my heart steady when my courage disappeared. You whisper strength in the places I try to hide my fear. I found calm in the promise that you never turn away. Even when I'm uncertain, you got me through every day. Your mercy met my weakness like a light in trouble space, and I learned I'm never stranded when I'm kept inside your grace. You kept me close when I was fading. You lifted me when pain was waiting. You covered me when hope seemed thin. You spoke of life when doubt crept in. You held my soul through every phase. You showed me love in countless ways. You steadied me when I lost pace. I'm standing here cause I'm kept in grace. There were moments I wanted trying to fix it on my own, but the weight of my choices kept pulling at my bones. Then I felt you remind me that your patience never breaks. You rebuild every fracture that my broken spirit makes. I leaned on your kindness when I ran out of strength. I saw peace in your presence reaching further than my length. You restored all the pieces I thought time would just erase, and I found new beginnings living sheltered by your grace. You kept me close when I was fading. You lifted me when pain was waiting. You covered me when hope seemed thin. You spoke life when doubt crept in. You held my soul through every phase. You showed me love in countless ways. You steadied me when I lost pace. I'm standing here cause I'm kept in grace. I've read how you comfort those who call upon your name, and I've lived every word in nights that didn't feel the same. You filled me with courage when my spirit felt confined. You renewed every heartbeat that was breaking in my mind. Even storms that once scared me don't shake me like before, cause I've learned that you're stronger than the wave along my shore. Your faithfulness surrounds me like a shield I can't embrace, and I'm safe, fully covered, being held inside your grace. You kept me close when I was fading. You lifted me when pain was waiting. You covered me when hope seemed thin.
You spoke life when doubt crept in. You held my soul through every phase. You showed me love in countless ways. You steadied me when I lost pace. I'm standing here cause I'm kept in grace. Every step you corrected shaped the person I became. Every tear that once blurred me now reflects how far I came. You turn trials into lessons that build faith I couldn't see. You turn burdens into stories that remind me I'm set free. You remind me through scripture that your strength is always near, that your power rests in weakness and I don't have to fear. So I walk with assurance that no darkness can replace the protection and the healing found in living in your grace. You kept me close when I was fading. You lifted me when pain was waiting. You covered me when hope seemed thin. You spoke life when doubt crept in. You held my soul through every phase. You showed me love in countless ways. You steadied me when I lost pace. I'm standing here cause I'm kept in grace. Your love never wavers even when I lose my hope. Your truth brings a courage that no struggle can control. Your hand guides my journey when the path is hard to trace. Your peace carries comfort through the trials that I face. Your word keeps me grounded when my thoughts begin to race. Your light breaks the shadows that I once feared to chase. Your heart shows compassion that no failure can replace. Your grace keeps reminding me I'm safe within your grace. You kept me close when I was fading. You lifted me when pain was waiting. You covered me when hope seemed thin. You spoke in life when doubt crept in. You held my soul through every phase. You showed me love in countless ways. You steadied me when I lost pace. I'm standing here cause I'm kept in grace. I'm moving forward with confidence in every step I take. I'm trusting in your promise that no trial will overtake. I'm holding to the wisdom that you planted in my heart. I'm leaning on the truth that you got it from the start. I'm grateful for the moments when you carried all my weight. I'm living with a purpose only you could elevate. I'm walking in a freedom nothing earthly can replace. I'm leaving this reminder I was kept in grace. I was walking through a season where the nights fell long, trying hard to keep my focus when my strength fell gone. Opened up the word and found a light I didn't see. Isaiah told me I could rise if I let God lead me. I cried out quiet prayers just hoping he would hear. Felt a shift inside my chest when his peace drew near. Even in the silence I could sense a steady hand, holding me together when I struggled just to stand. I'm standing in hope, even when the pressure hits strong. Trusting in the one who's been with me all along. Every fear I carried had to fall at his feet. He rebuilt my courage when my heart felt weak. I'm standing in hope, even when the storms don't fade. Leaning to his promise and I watch my fear obey. He lifted my spirit when I thought I'd break. Standing in hope, cause his love won't shake, yeah. There were days I questioned if the fight was worth the pain. Wondered if the battles had a purpose in my lane. But Romans told me everything ain't working for my good. Even broken seasons shaped me more than I understood. I learned to be honest when my heart felt bruised. Learned to let his mercy change the things I lose. He reminded me gently that he never steps away, even when my outlook felt 100 shades of gray. I'm standing in hope, even when the pressure is strong. Trusting in the one who's been with me all along. Every fear I carried had to fall at his feet. He rebuilt my courage when my heart felt weak. I'm standing in hope, even when the storms don't fade. Leaning to his promise and I watch my fear obey. He lifted my spirit when I thought I'd break. Standing in hope, cause his love won't shake. I started seeing blessings in the places I felt lost. Noticed how his presence held me steady through the cost. Scripture showed me clearly that his grace can realign. John said he's a shepherd, so I knew I'd be fine. I took it day by day and watched my vision shift. Moments that felt heavy turned into a quiet lift. He showed me restoration in the middle of the mess. Gave me strength to walk again when my heart couldn't. I'm standing in hope, even when the pressure hits strong. Trusting in the one who's been with me all along. Every fear I carried had to fall at his feet. He rebuilt my courage when my heart felt weak. I'm standing in hope, even when the storms don't fade. Leaning to his promise and I watch my fear obey. He lifted my spirit when I thought I'd break. Standing in hope, cause his love won't shake, yeah. Now I look behind me and I see how far I came. Things that once defeated me don't hit me the same. Faith became the anchor when my thoughts ran wild.
God became the calm that settled storms inside. I learned resilience isn't something I could make alone. Found a deeper comfort when I ran to his throne. Now I move with confidence, knowing who I trust. His promise never failed me and it never will. I'm standing in hope, even when the pressure is strong. Trusting in the one who's been with me all along. Every fear I carry had to fall at his feet. He rebuilt my courage when my heart felt weak. I'm standing in hope, even when the storms don't fade. Leaning to his promise and I watch my fear obey. He lifted my spirit when I thought I'd break. Standing in hope, cause his love won't shake. If I stumble, I know he'll pull me back again. If I falter, his mercy tell me I can mend. Every moment of weakness still becomes a place where he proves his comfort and his steady grace. I lean on his truth when my doubts get loud. I breathe in his peace when I'm feeling bowed. He reminds me gently that I'm never alone. Every step I take, he called me his own. I'm standing in hope, even when the pressure is strong. Trusting in the one who's been with me all along. Every fear I carried had to fall at his feet. He rebuilt my courage when my heart felt weak. I'm standing in hope, even when the storms don't fade. Leaning to his promise and I watch my fear obey. He lifted my spirit when I thought I'd break. Standing in hope, cause his love won't shake. I keep holding on to every word he spoke. Keep walking forward even when the nights get cold. Every breath I take is a reminder of his hold. I'm standing in hope, and I won't let go. I used to walk around carrying storms in my chest, thinking every setback meant I'd never find rest. But in the quiet moments I heard him call my name, pulling me from shadows I thought would stay the same. I laid down the guilt that kept tightening his grip, found strength in the promise I once thought would slip. His words in Matthew showed me I wasn't alone, and that lifted weight felt like finding a brand new home. When I felt lost, he reminded me I still matter. He rebuilt pieces I once thought would stay shattered. He stepped in the wounds I didn't want anyone to see, and covered every scar with a gentle kind of peace. I don't have to fear the things that used to chase. He rewrote my story with steady, patient grace. Now every day feels lighter than the last, cause his calm voice silences the past. I remember nights when I questioned my direction, trying to make sense of rejection after rejection. But Romans told me his love holds deeper ground, and suddenly courage was something I finally found. I stopped hiding away from everything I felt, started learning his mercy could actually melt all the heavy moments that shaped my yesterday and made me believe in a brighter kind of way. He walked beside me when the noise felt too loud, taught me how to stand even when I'm not proud, reassured me I wasn't defined by my mistakes, showed me new doors where I only saw breaks. His kindness reached places I kept locked tight, turning restless thinking into steady insight. I breathe easier knowing I'm held in his care, a quiet reminder he's always right there. There were days my heart felt too tired to speak, but he held every whisper I thought sounded weak. Isaiah told me he lifts those who feel worn, and that truth rebuilt places inside me torn. I learned healing doesn't always show on the outside. Sometimes it's a calm that teaches you to abide. Now I stand different, not cause I'm strong alone, but cause he planted peace deep inside my bones. He filled empty spaces I never knew how to name, restored broken places with steady burning flame. He carried emotions I didn't know how to face, replacing that weight with a settled embrace. I rise each morning with clarity in my view, knowing his compassion is steady and true. Everything shifting still feels safe somehow, cause I trust his guidance more deeply now. I've watched him rebuild parts of me piece by piece, turning restless chaos into steady release. Ephesians reminded me nothing could break his hold, and that truth gave me courage to walk more bold. I see life clearer now that he's leading the way, teaching me to trust him more every new day. And even when questions still circle my mind, I lean on the comfort only he lets me find. He steadies my spirit whenever fear starts to rise, puts calm assurance right behind my eyes. He meets me gently when the world pulls rough,
giving me strength when I feel like not enough. His presence surrounds me like quiet protection, turning every setback in a new direction. I move with confidence I never knew to chase, cause everything changes when held by His grace. I've seen valleys, but none could pull me from His reach. Every low moment carried a hidden lesson to teach. He shaped my journey in ways I didn't expect, walking with patience, restoring self-respect. His promises anchor me when the wind's rolling, reminding me there's purpose where I've been. I look back grateful for the places He heals, knowing His love stays firm, strong, and sealed. He stands with me in moments that feel unclear, turns trembling worry into fresh atmosphere. He lifts my vision when I'm stuck in doubt, guiding my heart from the inside out. His presence renews what I thought couldn't change, making heavy burdens slowly rearrange. I move forward steady, cause no storm enslaves. My life's a witness that His love saves. Every step I take now carries new light. I'm walking different, held steady and right. His goodness echoes through everything I face, cause nothing compares to His saving embrace.
I was singing in the quiet moments nobody ever sees, carrying questions in my chest that kept cutting through my peace. I felt the pressure getting heavy like it on every breath I breathe, but your promise in Isaiah kept reminding me you never leave. So I leaned into your presence when my strength began to fade, and you lifted up my spirit when the night refused to break. You restored the part inside me that I thought were gone for good, and you showed me there was purpose buried under all I misunderstood. You gave me grace to stand when my legs felt weak, grace to rise again when the storms got deep, grace to hold my ground when my hope ran thin, grace to breathe again when the pain rushed in. You carried every weight that I couldn't lift, you covered every wound with a healing gift. You stayed when everything around me broke, grace to stand, that's the truth you spoke. I was wrestling with memories that tried to pull me back, feeling shadows from my past, creeping up like an attack. I kept asking for direction with a trembling kind of heart, and you answered in a whisper that you've been with me from the start. Every fear began to loosen when I trusted what you said. Every lie that tried to crush me started losing all its edge. I could feel your reassurance cutting through the darkest haze, and you helped me see the victory hidden in the harder days. You gave me grace to stand when my legs felt weak, grace to rise again when the storms got deep, grace to hold my ground when my hope ran thin, grace to breathe again when the pain rushed in. You carried every weight that I couldn't lift, you covered every wound with a healing gift. You stayed when everything around me broke, grace to stand, that's the truth you spoke. I remember feeling isolated, even when the room was full, wondering my prayers were climbing past my ceiling at all. But you reached inside the silence and reminded me I'm yours, and the comfort of that promise opened unexpected doors. You restored what disappointment tried to tear apart inside. You replaced the constant pressure with a steady kind of pride. You renewed my hope completely with a warmth I can't explain, and you taught me how to cling to joy even standing. You gave me grace to stand when my legs felt weak, grace to rise again when the storms got deep, grace to hold my ground when my hope ran thin, grace to breathe again when the pain rushed in. You carried every weight that I couldn't lift, you covered every wound with a healing gift. You stayed when everything around me broke, grace to stand, that's the truth you spoke. Now I'm learning how to walk steady with a trusting heart, keeping focus on your guidance so I don't fall apart. I've been finding deeper freedom in the peace you always bring, letting go of past mistakes and every painful lingering sting. You've been shaping new endurance in the spaces fear once held. You've been teaching me resilience in the moments I rebel. You've been lighting up the pathway when I couldn't see ahead, and you giving me new courage where uncertainty. You gave me grace to stand when my legs felt weak, grace to rise again when the storms got deep, grace to hold my ground when my hope ran thin, grace to breathe again when the pain rushed in. You carried every weight that I couldn't lift, you covered every wound with a healing gift. You stayed when everything around me broke, grace to stand, that's the truth you spoke. Even when I'm overwhelmed, I know you're close. even when I'm unsure. You help me grow, even when I'm quiet. You hear my cry, even when I feel broken. You stand nearby, even when the valley tries to steal my flame. Even when the doubt returns, you call my name. Even when the path is rough, you led with care. Even when the night is long, you're always there. You gave me grace to stand when my legs felt weak. Grace to rise again when the storms got deep. Grace to hold my ground when my hope ran thin. Grace to breathe again when the pain rushed in. You carried every weight that I couldn't lift. You covered every wound with a healing gift. You stayed when everything around me broke. Grace to stand, that's the truth you spoke. I'm standing now, not by skill, because you carried me through.
Yeah. Been walking through nights that felt colder than stone. Whispered prayers rising when I felt all alone. Thought the weight on my chest would never let up, but I heard his promise steady lifting me up. When the doubts got loud and circled my mind, I held on to truth that his light still shines. Every setback tried to pull me off track, but his strength met me right where I was hurting at. I won't fear, cause he's right here with me. When the storm breaks hard, he still helps me breathe. Even when the ground shakes under my feet, I lean on his word and find my peace. I won't fear, cause his love won't fade. He covers my heart when I feel afraid. No shadow can hold me and keep me bound. With him by my side, I stand my ground. Had moments I wondered if hope ran dry, but he filled my spirit when I ran out of fight. Opened my eyes to a faith made path. Showed me his mercy that overcomes wrath. I learned to trust him when I couldn't stand. Found courage again when he lifted my hands. Every scripture carried me through the pain, reminding my heart that his grace remains. I won't fear, cause he's right here with me. When the storm breaks hard, he still helps me breathe. Even when the ground shakes under my feet, I lean on his word and find my peace. I won't fear, cause his love won't fade. He covers my heart when I feel afraid. No shadow can hold me or keep me bound. With him by my side, I stand my ground. I've climbed through valleys with a trembling heart. Wondered if healing would ever even start, but he showed me patience in the hardest truth. That growth takes time, but he pulls us through. I've seen his kindness reveal what I lost. Learned that redemption has a beautiful cost. Every breath now feels like a second chance to walk in this peace and leave fear in the past. I won't fear, cause he's right here with me. When the storm breaks hard, he still helps me breathe. Even when the ground shakes under my feet, I lean on his word and find my peace. I won't fear, cause his love won't fade. He covers my heart when I feel afraid. No shadow can hold me or keep me bound. With him by my side, I stand my ground. When the pressure rises and tries my fate, I remember the battles his power erased. He never left me stranded in fear. He steadied my steps when trouble drew near. His presence carried me through every test, reminding my soul that it needed my rest. So now I walk boldly with a lifted head, cause I trust the one who conquered the dread. I won't fear, cause he's right here with me. When the storm breaks hard, he still helps me breathe. Even when the ground shakes under my feet, I lean on his word and find my peace. I won't fear, cause his love won't fade. He covers my heart when I feel afraid. No shadow can hold me or keep me bound. With him by my side, I stand my ground. When the world feels heavy, he lifts my soul. When the road gets rough, his promise holds. When the night gets long, his truth stays near. When the wind grows wild, his voice is clear. When my strength runs low, he fills my cup. When I fall too far, he raises me up. When doubts creep in, he quiets the noise. When fear tries again, I choose his voice. I won't fear, cause he's right here with me. When the storm breaks hard, he still helps me breathe. Even when the ground shakes under my feet, I lean on his word presence sets me apart. I breathe in hope with a clearer view, walking in strength that only He gives you. I move forward now with a quiet mind, leaving no fears far behind. Growing in faith as He leads my way, ready for whatever comes each day. I won't fear.
I was walking with a weight that kept dragging on my chest. Silent battles in the night when I couldn't find rest. Tried to hold myself together, but I fell through the cracks. Kept replaying every moment I wished I could take back. But I opened up the Word and it talk about His grace, how He lifts the brokenhearted when they feel out of place. So I whispered out a prayer even though my voice shook, and I felt a gentle calm like the breeze by the brook. His mercy holds when everything slips from my hand. When I'm standing in a storm and trying hard just to stand, He reminds me I'm protected even when I feel lost. Every burden on my shoulders, He already paid the cost. When my hope starts fading, He rebuilds it again. He's the anchor in the waves, He's my closest friend. I lean on all His promise when the pressure grows cold. No matter where I'm walking, His mercy holds. Some days I question why my heart feels heavy inside, trying hard to trust His timing even when it collides with the plans I thought I followed, but He showed me a shift. Every setback had a reason leading straight to His gift. Found a verse in Lamentations saying love never ends. He renews me every morning, He restores and defends. So I rise with a steady breath when the darkness calls loud, cause He lifts me from the dust and He turns it up. His mercy holds when everything slips from my hands. When I'm standing in a storm and trying hard just to stand, He reminds me I'm protected even when I feel lost. Every burden on my shoulders, He already paid the cost. When my hope starts fading, He rebuilds it again. He's the anchor in the waves, He's my closest friend. I lean on all His promise when the pressure grows cold. No matter where I'm walking, His mercy holds. I've been learning how His kindness reaches corners I hide. Every wound I kept in touch, He began to provide. Strength I didn't even ask for, peace I didn't expect, and a deeper kind of freedom when I learned to reflect. Saw the battles as reminders that He's guiding my steps. Every hardship had a purpose, every tear He collects. And the more I lean on Scripture, the more steady I grew. Now my heart beats with a fire only He could renew. His mercy holds when everything slips from my hands. When I'm standing in a storm and trying hard just to stand, He reminds me I'm protected even when I feel lost. Every burden on my shoulders, He already paid the cost. When my hope starts fading, He rebuilds it again. He's the anchor in the waves, He's my closest friend. I lean on all His promise when the pressure grows cold. No matter where I'm walking, His mercy holds. Every valley I endured only showed me His heart, how He never leaves me stranded when I'm torn apart. He keeps calling me to trust Him even when I feel weak. He gives courage in the moments where I can't even speak. Now I stand with a conviction that His truth remains sure, that His mercy keeps me steady and His love keeps me pure. So I'll keep my faith grounded even when roads seem long, cause He shapes my destination and He makes me His mercy holds when everything slips from my hands. When I'm standing in a storm and trying hard just to stand, He reminds me I'm protected even when I feel lost. Every burden on my shoulders, He already paid the cost. When my hope starts fading, He rebuilds it again. He's the anchor in the waves, He's my closest friend. I lean on all His promise when the pressure grows cold. No matter where I'm walking, His mercy holds. When the shadows try to tell me that I'm heading nowhere, He reminds me that He's present in the moments I feel. When the pressure feels too heavy and I'm close to the edge, He steps in with a calmness that replaces the dread. When the world starts crashing, He restores my strength. He lifts me from the ruins just to show His land. His compassion never falters, His patience never falls. I'm living proof each minute that His mercy holds when everything slips from my hands. When I'm standing in a storm and trying hard just to stand, He reminds me I'm protected even when I feel lost. Every burden on my shoulders, He already paid the cost. When my hope starts fading, He rebuilds it again. He's the anchor in the waves, He's my closest friend. I lean on all His promise when the pressure grows cold. No matter where I'm walking, His mercy
I'm walking in His promise with a steady, peaceful mind, knowing every single moment He was right there behind. Every trial brought me closer, every chapter unfolds, and I'm living every heartbeat, knowing His mercy holds.